Hello everyone, welcome to the Village of Words. The word relation for this video is religious miracle, the spread of religion. The spread of any religion is a miracle. To be able to propagate in numbers is a miracle. It also aligns with wealth. If one becomes rich, it is a favor and blessing from God. Although the rich do not know and had forgotten God, we can say God is merciful to the rich to be given His blessing. Regardless, for people with incurable diseases, wealth does not matter. There are many ways to cope, but having a cure is different from coping. Even to propagate in numbers does not matter for a person with an incurable disease. So what if you are alone? So what if there are people who are rich and many? No matter how many you are, your disease will still be incurable. Talking about meaningless, I believe a religious miracle is meaningless to a non-follower. Miracles should strengthen only the follower's belief. What is the use of the spread of religion to a non-follower? So what if it is a miracle when it has no benefit to you? Hence, you see, religious miracles should either benefit you as well or only used to strengthen the follower's belief. Anyway, I believe able to be many is a miracle from God. One of the ways to become many is to utilize propaganda to dishonor a people. Usually, an ambitious person will use the majority to target the minority through smear campaigns and propaganda. Propaganda is about uniting people's hearts for a cause. And the majority is useful this way. An example of an easy cause is fighting against pedophilia. Well, I myself had never tried the majority game. Even for word relations, I think my target audience should be bookworms. I also sometimes do philosophy, symbolism, and religion. But the only true people that can understand my word relations are people who have the same issues as I have, for those mentally ill similar to me. Besides that, one can make different attributions or different relations for different things. For example, in science, a cold refrigerator slows down rot. So, one can make all kinds of attributions or relations. Anyway, I believe to increase in numbers is a miracle. But at the same time, I also think getting numbers is about lying and tricking people. One side must surely using a lying propaganda. Anyway, the world is big and there must be other different ways to be popular. I do not know how exactly the majority game works, but all I know is using propaganda to dishonor the opponent. To bully and target a minority must be the most common way for clout. Next, the popularity game is also about uniting people's hearts for a cause. So ask yourself, what are the main problems concerned by the majority? Once you can find a solution, other people will start flocking to you. Moreover, the majority game is also about the common desires and common lusts. If one is able to make people enjoy a product, then one can increase in numbers. Besides that, people striving for popularity should monitor the majority. You should learn the appetite of the people, their cravings, their desires, what the people care and what people like to publicly see. Furthermore, popularity is about taking note what ally people like to associate with. Allies are those that people trust and could be sympathetic to, while the enemy's propaganda are those that are not mentioned publicly. For example, in Islamic countries like Malaysia, people likes to ally themselves with Hamas. So, do Hamas related things for popularity. Palestinian related things like spreading news or perhaps Palestinian cuisine or culture. Perhaps promoting your allies' ambition could also boost you to popularity. But I do not believe true intentions and ambitions matter. Only propaganda matters. For instance, Hamas desires to wipe off the Jews from Israel and Palestine. But in Malaysia, they do not make Hamas intentions public to the people. Instead, they use the many propaganda that Hamas has. For example, Israel is bombing and killing children. Israel is unjustly taking Palestinian land. So perhaps true intentions and ambitions does not need to be publicized. But propaganda matters. Regardless, no matter how big your group will be, one day there is bound to be division. Sects who runs astray from the original meaning. Furthermore, to be a minority is a curse. You do not have any protection against difficult questions. Other normal people do not understand you. And you have to solve your problems on your own. No one is going to help you. But you should try to think and ask questions. You should try to truly understand the problem that you are facing. There might be other minority people who have the same problems as you, but it is extremely rare to find them. In the end, it could be fun to try and play the majority game. But getting attention might require lies and deceit. things could turn out like the boy who cried wolf, but hardly anyone is going to research anything. Either way, I will forever belong to the minority, to knowledge, and to word relations. Word relations specifically skillfully crafted for my problems. And we all know no one has the same problems as a crazy person. Anyway, the spread of religion is a miracle. That's all for this video. Hit like, share, or comment down below.